All right, guys, it is time for Case 10, the certification level exam 2. This is going to be the most challenging of the challenges we've had so far. In the apprentice level certification exam 2, you're going to focus on minimizing your moves to match for trial drakes. You're going to be able to control all of the genetics of the breeding pairs, but we're going to be looking at 7 different traits again, so the potential to get confusing here is strong. Now, as with the last, the key here is going to be observing the traits of the drake. So let's take a look at our target drake here. We'll go ahead and reuse this. No sense in remaking all of this. Okay. So our first target drake here does not have a nose spike. It is a male, and nose spike is a dominant trait, so that means that there's only one possible genotype for this male drake. It has to be X little h or little n recessive Y. Has wings, so that means it has to have at least one dominant allele for wings. We don't care about the other part. Is metallic, so means it needs to inherit at least one dominant allele for metallic. No forearms, so that means it has to have both recessive alleles for forearms. Hind limbs, can't have those. Kinked tail. Oh, its tail is short, so it has to inherit short tail from both parents. And then it does have horns, which is the recessive trait, so it has to inherit no horns from both parents as well. So if we go back here, first one is tail length. We know that it needs to inherit a short tail from both of its parents. So let's go ahead and change that. Now that's possible. Now it is important that the other alleles that are also on this chromosome match up with what we desire. So we're focusing on these 2 chromosomes. These are the ones we hope are inherited. So we need to make sure that these 2 chromosomes also contain the other traits. Now that's where the minimizing your moves part comes in. I'm just going to do what's convenient. I'm not really shooting for 3 stars here. I'm just trying to get through this. So we know that it needs to inherit short tail. It needs to inherit metallic skin. Okay, it can do that. So we don't need to change anything here. It needs to inherit wings, which it can from its father. Its father's dominant allele will cover up the no wings, so that'll work. It does need horns, which is, again, a recessive trait. That kind of throws me off a little bit. So it needs to receive a recessive allele from each parent. We want to make sure that recessive allele for horns is on this same chromosome with short tail, since our offspring will have to inherit short tail from both parents. Let's see, cannot have forelimbs. So, can't have hind limbs either. So we're going to have to change dads. So let's change this one. Now it's important to notice that this is a different chromosome. So this doesn't necessarily have to match up with that one because the inheritance of these two chromosomes is separate from the inheritance of these. So it could get this one and then that one and be just fine. Let's see. Mom needs a no forelimbs option either. Doesn't really matter here. Going to take the same amount of moves either way. Okay, and then for the nose spike, we said it needs to be X little n y. So dads don't actually matter here. Moms do. Moms are both recessive, so this should work. We should be able to produce the target drake. That one has forelimbs. Here we go. Is this it? No, it's got a long tail. So hitting the breeding button doesn't use moves. So we can try again here. If after successive tries you're still not getting the right one, it might be that it's an impossible combination. I'm beginning to worry that I neglected something here because I'm not seeing my drake. Okay, so I'm seeing a few with short tails. I just need to try again. Is this it? No, it has a long tail. Is this it? Hey, persistence paid off. Okay, so I'm going to guide you through one more here. As you can see, that just took quite a few breedings. So we're not going to pull this one out and go through all the different genotypes, although I would encourage you to do that on your own if this is a confusing process for you. Okay, so on the tail, it's got a kinked tail, so we're going to need to change one of these long tails to kinked tail. That would be most efficient. Has wings, needs to be metallic. So actually, the most efficient thing to do would be to change this to kinked tail. My reasoning there is we want kinked tail and metallic to be inherited together. And then if these two chromosomes pair up, we'll have the right combination. Or wait, these two chromosomes. Because we'd have a kinked tail, metallic skin, wings, and horns on top of its head. Let's see. No forelimbs, no hind limbs. So it can get those from both parents without making any moves. It needs a nose spike, and this is a female. So the female genotype for nose spike is having at least one dominant allele. Now we can make it so that all of the females will have a nose spike by just giving dad a nose spike, because every female inherits this X chromosome from the father. So by changing the father to nose spike, we can get 100% females with a nose spike. I think I'm good. Let's see if we got it on the first try here. Oh, that's close, but a long tail. Is this it? King tail, wings, nose spike, horns, metallic skin. Nice. All right, so you need to use the same thinking to pass 2 more trials of this. I think they are randomly generated drakes, so you're going to have to work your way through 4. Good luck. Use the information that you've been presented with and your cleverness and ingenuity to get through this. Thanks for hanging in here with me. I'm excited to see you all tomorrow for direct instruction. Have a great day. Bye.